October 13th, 2018. Up a little late today. Absolutely freezing out. This is for sure the coldest morning of the year, but it is a free day I have to get on the lake. So we fished that club event earlier in the year, caught a bunch of smallmouth, caught some largemouth. We're gonna go back to that lake. Smallmouth gear here, largemouth stuff over there. Those fish are Great Lakes fish. They're on bait. So really hoping that we can hammer down on the spinner bait. If not, we'll have to try to find some deep fish, but there's big walleye there, big northern pike. So we have a chance at kind of everything. It is a good fall day for getting out and casting. Other good news, Mark Hunter and I checked our webcams, our trail cams last night. We're in doe paradise. All kinds of does around, buck sign. Fishing season is starting to wind down, but the deer season's looking good. We can get out there and catch a couple fish, and the Fam Jam's gonna be around tonight. Maybe we'll have time to slide in the blind. Oh, I'm excited about fall. I'm excited to get on the water. First, we gotta get some gas. Let's go, let's do this. I'm pumped to fish. Our fishing spot for the day. Little windy out, perfect spinnerbait water. If the fish are up shallow, I think we're gonna get them. It is only 7 degrees Canadian. When I left Port Hope, it was 5 degrees, and I was driving here and I was thinking, man, this is going to be insane. That is a cold front to deal with. So these fish are either going to, fall fish do two things. First, you either become really, really hard to catch, or the second option, you find a school of fish that is just putting on the massive feed bag. And you'll hear about, especially when you're online looking, you'll see 5 or 6 guys had a rough day and somebody just pounded them. So that's kind of how the fish act in the fall. Hopefully we're gonna find some big smallmouth up shallow, spinner bait them before we hit the water here. I'm gonna bring 2 spinnerbait rods. One of them being my Ish Monroe frog rod. Been using it for frogs all summer. Best frog rod I've ever used. Frog bite's gonna be over, so goodbye frog. We're gonna put on a big, dirty spinnerbait. This is actually one from Freedom Tackle that I did get in an ROM Elite bass box. I've never used these before, but it's big. It's got willow blades. We're gonna be able to cover a pile of water with this setup. So, Ish rod just became one of my spinnerbait rods. I'm going to layer up because I'm always freezing cold, and we are gonna get out on the water. Hopefully to catch some. I can't deal with a goose egg.
That was creepy. Not a big one, but maybe we're onto something here. Booyah!
having a nasty cold front like we did, I did all right. I caught some fish. I missed some fish. I had a 4-pound smallie hit, jumped, broke my spinnerbait, look at that. Broke the wire on the spinnerbait. That is a fail, but I could have caught more fish. I broke the #1 rule in fishing, don't leave fish to find fish. I caught all the bass in the later on the almost the same area as I caught that first largemouth on. I should have stuck it out there. I just wanted to catch smallmouth, and that didn't work, and I wasted hours and hours and hours chasing smallmouth, and I never saw one other than the one that broke my spinnerbait, but was on the same spot as the largemouth were. So if I would have just stayed still, stayed put, flipped that weed, I would have got more fish, especially when the sun was out. I know the largemouth would have bit better. The other thing, guys, lots of us have great big engines and we like to run all over the lake. When I was putting back in, I saw the exact same weed right beside the launch and exactly the same depth of water out of the wind. I'll guarantee you there's largemouth in there, but I don't have time to fish it. So just because you have a big engine doesn't mean you gotta run to the other end of the lake. And 2, never leave fish to find fish. Home time. Hopefully everything's all right there, and we'll see what we're gonna do with the evening. Home from fishing took me way longer to get here than I thought it was going to from the lake. Right now, here's the plan. I'm gonna empty out the rods and reels, tackle, units, and I'm going to quickly hit the showers and we're off deer hunting. I'm in like a bit of a rush. It's 3:15. The latest I want to be on my tree stand is about 5 o'clock. Shooting hours and sometime around 7, but I'd like to get there as soon as possible. So quick shower to get scent free, and then we're hitting the woods. 4:30 on the nose. We've made it in good time. Right now, I got to get in there. I want to be in the stand, and I got a couple things to set up. I want to get some Vapple on the bait site, cover my scent, and draw some deer in. It says all over the interwebs, the weather. I just got a whole bunch of emails saying that there's a frost advisory tonight, so there's a big cold front coming. It's not good for fishing, but it should be good for the whitetail. Let's get in there. Hopefully, we see some action tonight. On the trail cam. Yesterday I put the bait out, but overnight, last night, we did have 4 raccoons on there, nuke just about all the bait. 50-pound bag of corn, and it is more than half gone. All around, good day. I'm glad I got into the tree stand tonight, and I got my camera arm in and all set up, ready to go. It's gonna be a few more weeks till the rut starts, and there'll be deer moving through. I've got a whole bunch of daytime does on that bait site. They weren't there in the last 24 hours, but they've been there pretty regularly fishing. Glad I got some fish. Man, it was rough out there, cold. You know, I left fish to find fish, which is always a bad idea. Maybe it turns out sometimes, but for the most part, if you found some fish, I really should have stayed in that area and figured it out. I came back later on and I got some fish. So no matter how much you fish and how much time you spend on the water, we still all make basic mistakes. I'm as guilty as everybody else on the planet. Tomorrow, family day, I'm gonna go upstairs and play with the young lad now. It's gonna be a good week. I feel really good about deer hunting this year. Really good. I'm excited, and there's still a ton of fishing left to do. Make sure you jump over to the Fear Fishing Facebook page. Get in on the contest that's going on right now for an RLM Elite Box. Monday, October 15th. You got till 8 p.m. to sign up for the contest, and we will announce the winner on the webcast that night, 8 p.m. live on the Fear Fishing Facebook page. Hit subscribe, hit the bell. We've got tons of more videos to come. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.